Welcome everyone to Courtside, where we discuss the post-election litigation brought by Donald Trump. It's day 18 after the election. The election was called 2 weeks ago today. You might remember Joe Biden gave a speech. Everyone on the planet Earth recognizes that Donald Trump has lost, but that leaves Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump, and evidently many Republicans not on the planet. Sorry I missed you yesterday, but I had to pretend for a moment I had a life, but we're back in action today. And the momentum is really shifting against Trump, even in the non-reality based alternative facts community. So what's happened since I last saw you? Trump's lost some more cases. He's 2 out of 35, and the 2 cases are irrelevant. It didn't give him any ballots. Now, he's also lost 2 new cases in Nevada. One was trying to challenge the signature recognition software, and the other was arguing that the ballot counting processing machinery was engaged in fraud. Both lawsuits went nowhere. Both are gone. Arizona, they also dismissed the last of the so-called Sharpiegate cases, so there are no more pending Arizona cases at all. So here's the bottom line, as Democratic lawyer Mark Elias puts it. No court has delayed the counting of even a single ballot. No court has thrown out a single ballot that had already been counted. No court has delayed the certification of results for even a single minute. Now, Trump also suffered an embarrassing event with respect to Michigan. Now, recall, this is the guy who tried to fly out the Michigan legislators, pressuring them to throw out the popular vote and appoint their own slate of electors. So he flew to Washington, 2 of these folks, the head of the Michigan Senate and the Michigan House, both of whom were Republican, and it didn't work despite all the Oval Office treatment and the like. They left and they issued a statement saying they, quote, had not been made aware of any information that would change the outcome of the election in Michigan. Any information. So now there are 3 pieces left to this story. First, the criminal investigation that is starting in Michigan now about what Trump did to pressure that Wayne County Canvassing Board and others. The investigation will be into those board members as well as into Trump himself, I suspect. There are criminal and civil violations here that are profound because you do have basically these folks conspiring to deprive people of their right to vote. The alleged discrepancy that they point to in Detroit affects a total of 450 votes, and they want to throw out tens of thousands of votes as a result. Indeed, these folks voted to try and throw out that, to stop certification of those votes. That is beyond outrageous. It is one of the most profound acts of disenfranchisement in our lifetimes. And I think all of you should remember the names Monica Palmer and William Hartman. These are the 2 members of the Board of Canvassers in Wayne County. Be respectful to them. Just use your speech, but do use your speech against these people. This is the face of modern day evil. This is the face of modern day racism. This is the face of modern day authoritarianism. I think we need to take up a collection and send these people to Russia where they belong. Now, separately, there's also a pathetic Rudy Giuliani-style lawsuit in Michigan that's trying to block certification of the vote there. And yesterday, Trump's lawyers filed documents in court claiming fraud. And the evidence they cited was from townships in Minnesota to allege fraud in Michigan. So I don't think that's going anywhere. Looking forward, Michigan is supposed to have its state board certify the results on Monday. Now, there are 4 people on that board, and 2 of whom are Republican, and Trump is putting pressure on them, and you need 3 of the 4 to actually formally certify. So what's going to happen there? Well, again, I think there will be potential criminal investigations and civil investigations into that, and the pressure being put on these people and the like to not do their job, to not certify the election results. Now, even if it's somehow successful on Monday, it's not going to matter, because if the certification were totally thrown out, the Michigan legislature is still a backstop. And those officials have said, look, we're not going to throw this out. And of course, is Governor Whitmer, who can send her own slate of delegates to Washington, and they'll be privileged. So all of this is drama going nowhere. And when all is said and done, the story is going to be about people like these 2 Michigan Republican leaders in the state Senate and in the state House, Mike Shirkey and Lee Chatfield. These two did the right thing. They put their country over the party. The story is going to be about Georgia's Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. Put him in that category as well. Country over party. Oh, and by the way, there's also going to be a criminal investigation, speaking of Raffensperger, against Lindsey Graham, because there is a Georgia statute which prohibits attempts to interfere with an election officer's performance of any act. Those are criminal acts in Georgia. So, bottom line, no, there's nothing in the last 2 weeks that has even moved the ball 1 inch from where it was 2 weeks ago when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris gave their election victory speeches. The thing's over. We just have to wait for our deluded president to realize it.